Hello, my name is Scott with Shoms Photography, and today I'm going to talk about 3 vintage lenses that I own that could get you shot if used in public today. Let's start off with the German Novoflex. Here we have our World War II version of the German Novoflex. You can adjust your orientation for your camera to landscape to portrait by just turning your camera. Because it's a rotating ring up here in the front, you can buy different rings that go on here. So this one here is an E mount, and you can buy them for different mounting systems for your camera. And if you don't want to, you can always buy the cheap adapter that will go on it as well. To focus this lens is a pole focus, so you'll squeeze this handle and will focus your lens. If you want to lock focus, you just turn one of the dials and will lock the focus to where you want it. It can be removed off this stock setup and mounted onto a tripod as well. So you can kind of figure out what you want. This here is a 240 millimeter f.4 lens to f/22. The only thing it's missing from here that I haven't found in one of my boxes yet is the shutter release grip that goes in the front, so I can use this on my modern DSLRs. This section here is your pull focus setup, but you can buy different lenses that go onto the end of this to make this from 200 to a 400 to a 600. You can buy the bellow system that goes on the back of here for doing macro and close-up photography, and it all fits onto this unit. The image quality comes out of this, it's fair. It's not Canon sharp, but it's fair. So let's go to the Russian version. This one here is the Photosniper. Again, looks like a gun, could get you shot. This one here is a 4.5, 300 millimeter to f/22. This one here has an M42 mount, or this one's an M42 mount, which you can buy different. When you buy this lens, it could come with different mounting systems already mounted to it. So I have an M42 to EF adapter mount on here. This is the shallow one. If you buy this one will not focus to infinity, but this one will. To focus this one, it has a dial up here in front, and you can adjust your focus this way. You can see this is mounted with the lens hood that comes with the full steel case box that comes with this, and or backpack, whatever you want to call it. This can be removed from this whole bottom base and actually mounted onto a tripod, so you can actually use this lens without worrying about getting shot. I modified this one, so there is a button in here, so when you half press it, it will focus, and when you fully pull back, it will fire the shot. So I do have my sync cable hooked up into there. Again, you want to adjust your f-stop. There you go. Now, for the more modern version of the Novoflex that was produced in the 90s, we have this one here. This is what they call the Bazooka, which is what people are calling the Bazooka. It's not actually called a Bazooka, but that's what people are calling it. It is a pull focus, so you have your grip here. You want to lock focus, you'll turn this dial up here at the top. This is a 25th anniversary model. You want to mount it to your tripod, you can flip this over, mount it into your tripod. Flip back, has your shutter release up here in the button, or in the front. It does have your shutter release sync port right here. If you are using a modern camera, when you get your cables, these are 3-pinned, and this one here is a single mono. So when you put this 3-pin in here, it'll stay in auto or in focusing mode, so half press, and then when you squeeze back, it'll fire the shot. But if you want to view your pictures, you can't view them because it keeps it in focusing mode. So that's why you want the single firing pin or single mono pin that keeps it so it just fires. And then when you pull focus, it'll chirp at you if you have the chip on your adapter. has a removable shoulder stock, which the shoulder stock can be used on your modern DSLR. It's a nice shoulder stock. So just the cost of this lens was worth the price for the shoulder stock when I bought this. If the focal length is too close, or so you can't actually focus, and you want to get in tighter to a shorter distance of focusing, all you have to do is pull this back. Has a little switch up here, so I can switch it from portrait to landscape, left eye or right eye, depending on what you are. It does have your built-in filter holder. And this one here as well, you can adapt this with the bellow system. You can also adapt it with different lenses. So the front of this comes off, and you just mount your lens to it and you lock it in. Again, when we're buying adapters, let's see, let's turn that, there we go. You want to make sure you get the right adapter. So like, here are two, all right. So here I have two R adapters. This one here is the MD to R, and this one here is the AF to R. Make sure you get the right one for your lens. So the AF is for Sony and Minolta, and the MD is not. So a lot of people will turn around and say, well, that doesn't fit my Minolta lens. Well, because you got the wrong adapter one. So make sure you get the right one. I haven't figured out which R I'm going to get, either the 5 or 6, because of the stable or built-in image stability, and that'll make all my vintage lenses so much better, because none of the old vintage lenses that I like shooting with have built-in IS. So that's one good reason about thinking about buying one of the new Canon R cameras. I do have the Canon R, which I'm recording on right now. Again, it has focus peaking and everything like that. Works great for these lenses, but it would be nice to have stability. Again, these are 3 vintage lenses that I own that could get you shot if used today in public. Again, my name is Scott with Shoms Photography, and thank you for watching.